These are randomly generated NHL players and I will be selecting 20 of them to build my team. For today's challenge, I will only be able to see the height of each player. After all the selections have been made, we will assemble the team on NHL 25 franchise mode and simulate with the hopes of winning a Stanley Cup. Alright friends, today we do not have much to go off of, but that's half the fun. Let's draft some forwards and see what kind of team we can put together here. First up, that is probably going to be a very common number we see here, so being able to tell if we have a duplicate is going to be impossible. I think Sidney Crosby is 5'11", he might be 5'10", but either way, it's the odd one out, so let's go with the middle card. I know that this was the first pick, but this is already my biggest regret of the video. We miss out on a Larkin, we miss out on O'Reilly, and instead, we get Balake. I love that for me. Let's get a new set of players here. No, absolutely not. I believe, for some reason, Nick Bjugstad is a tall drink of water. So he might be the middle card, but it might be someone else. I don't even know. What other forwards are gigantic? Well, I'll tell you one thing for free. We're going to find out because that middle card is joining our team. I actually should have known this one. I can't believe he completely went over my head. I mean, it's probably because he's 6'6", so it makes sense, but Tage Thompson. And this was just a good round all around. We had Duchesne, Pettersson. Couldn't really go wrong. Next up, we have a full set of different heights here, and it also goes down in increments of 2 inches. Taking the tallest player worked out for us last time, so let's run it back and take the player on the left. Well, it would have been nice to, but I accidentally clicked the randomize button. So I guess we're going back to the middle. You know what? No, we're going to stick to the left. 6'1", join my squad. I wonder if he's still loaded with his silver abilities. He probably is. We got the former captain of the Toronto Maple Leafs, Johnny T. Seb would have been gassed, but what can you do? And this time I randomized without turning everything off. That's awesome. I don't know what's going on right now. I'm going to try to give my head a shake, and hopefully we'll figure it out. Odd one out, 5'10". Let's run it. Oh, absolutely. This man is a beautician. We get none other than Seth Jarvis. Let's go. I randomized without turning it off again. I don't know what is happening to me right now. I'm just so excited, you know? I want to draft some players here. We haven't been to the right yet. Let's give it a shot. Yo. What is going on? I never have this problem. This is a today problem. Anyway, let's still go with the right. If I click the right button, we are going to be adding the Costco man to our team, Kirkland from the Calgary Flames. Yeah, here we go. 6'4". You know what? For some reason, the middle player is calling my name. So let's go there. I mean, it's not bad. We get Ryan Hartman. He should be low 80s, I think. At least we'll have a contender for penalty minutes. So, love that. The mystery of not knowing what players I picked is actually going to kill me. Like, I want to know who they were. We'll never be able to find out. Left card. Are you kidding me? Let's go. We get Leon Draisaitl on the team. That is massive. Would have been fuming if we missed him. Is today the day we end the cup drought? Probably not. But maybe. All right. What do we have here? Travis Konechny is 5'10". Saw that when we revealed some of the cards. No, we're going to the player on the right. That's probably the worst player here. He's still decent, but I absolutely would have preferred Verhaeghe or Jesper Bratt. Buchnevich, welcome aboard. 5'11". Can we get it across the board? No, we cannot, which means we have to go for the odd one out, and we will once again be headed to the right. I can't be that upset because we did get Draisaitl, but come on, man. Josh Anderson, we're going to be $80 million over the cap. It feels like I'm getting into the rhythm now and not clicking the wrong button, so hopefully we can keep this trend up. I'm not going to go for the odd one out. We're going to go for the card down the middle. Down the Casey Mittelstadt, if you will. Yo, what is actually happening right now? I get one good player and then this randomizer just decides, well, you got your guy. Now, we're not going to give you anyone. Cousins would have been sick. Tarasenko is all the way down to an 83 overall now, I believe. And Chinikov, couldn't tell you. But we're going to find out. We are already on our penultimate forward. Yeah. We are going for the left player. All right, never mind. I take it all back. I take it all back. Sure, we missed on a couple, but we hit here again. By the way, I know that it shows him on Colorado. I actually updated the website because it turns out I was taking the player image and the team image from the wrong spot, which is why it was never updating. The NHL just straight up hasn't updated him. I've checked and Marty Nate just comes up as Colorado on here now. And last but maybe least, we have a player that is 5'11". I just gotta ask, where's all my short kings at? And I also gotta ask, should I buy a ticket of the lottery variety? Because we just obtained Jake Guentzel. Easily the best player there. This is the one. We've got Tage Thompson. We've got Seth Jarvis, Draisaitl, Rantanen, and Guentzel. Come on. I could puke. This team is so gross. It is time for some Defendermans, which I thought were typically going to be larger. But you know what? I feel like that's not really the case anymore. Like Quinn Hughes is 5'10", 5'11", I believe, and he's one of the best in the league. I'm not really sure how tall Cale Makar is. For some reason, I feel like he's right around the 6 area. Either way, we are going to start off with the absolute menu off to the right. To be fair, none of these were really great. We get Leafs legend, Justin Hall. Didn't know he was that tall. Next up, that could be Quinn Hughes. Ooh, I know Brent Burns is pretty tall. There's definitely some big defensemen out there. Usually I want to say they're more stay-at-home defensemen. Let's risk it for the 5'11" player and see if they're any good. Why do I do the things that I do? Why do I do it? We missed out on 4 Nations member Team Canada Colton Parayko. And we get Malinsky. Phenomenal. And once again, I randomized it without turning all this stuff off. Mayfield is 6'5". Holy smokes. All right, let's try that again. Yeah. Let's go to the right. Genuinely have no idea what his overall is going to be. I don't think it's going to be great. I'm talking like low 80s, I believe. Maybe I'm wrong. Logan Stanley is the newest member of our team. Walker would have been cool. I think Kesselring has potential, but he's not the highest overall yet. We need a pull here because at the moment, our defense are looking sus at best. I'm really debating between 5'10" and 6 foot. The middle one's essentially a no-go. Let's go for 6 flat. Oh no. Well, we're gonna just hope that the offense can carry this team. We get Mahura. Yep. I'm not confident that we have a defenseman over 83 overall. 6'1". Can the randomizer throw me a bone here? Okay. I know we did good on offense, so I shouldn't be complaining. But what's going on? To be fair, Alec Martinez did have a Stanley Cup winning goal. So maybe they're trying to send a sign. Just one stud defenseman. That's all I ask. They don't even have to have a goal ability. They give me silver. Seriously. I'm okay with that. We're going to the right again. We got done so dirty. He might be a decent overall 84, perhaps. This is something. This should be the tallest position overall, I would think. We've got goaltenders, and you know what? Let's go for the player on the left. Calling my name. We're actually big chilling with that. Kevin Lankinen. He has been very good for Vancouver this year. 4 Nations, he was doing pretty solid. Will his overall in the game reflect that? Probably not. But I'm going to run with the lore. So at least we have a guaranteed decent goaltender. It would be awesome if we could pull someone like Hellebuck here. I know the odds of that are extremely low. The one in the middle, for some reason, is just all over me. I was thinking about changing my mind, but no. We're sticking to it. Here we go. And with the very last selection in this draft, we get Jake Allen. At least we have offense. Let's head over to NHL 25, assemble this team, and see if we can outscore our defensive issues. As usual, we have landed on National Hockey League 25, and your Barrie Bears are 87 overall in Division number 2. 87 overall, solid. We are not as good as the Dallas Stars, not as good as the Rangers, but you know what? We are up there still. I will also point out that this team was cap compliant, so we had, I believe it was about $4.8 million left. We absolutely gutted the Carolina Hurricanes, who are still 87 overall. We took Blake, Rantanen, and Jarvis from them. Get a load of this guy. Will the Barrie Bears have chemistry? We're gonna find out. But first, I must find out what we're dealing with behind the bench. That's not gonna cut it, Slater. Can somebody please fire their coach? I am loving what I'm looking at right now. We get a +5 on the first line. Gensel, Draisaitl, Rantanen. Disgusting. Second line, Jarvis, Thompson, and Buchnevich, who I did not expect to be this good, but let's go. Third line is also a +1. We have Anderson, Tavares, and Chinikov, and then we have Hartman, Blake, and Kirkland on the fourth line. The offense of this team is absolutely grotesque and is also vital to our success because without them, we don't have a whole lot. I was down until I saw we have a -3, and because they're forcing that -3, I am thinking there's no way to fix it. So we might just be stuck. I could do that. We still get a +1 and this becomes only a -1. Let's have a conversation with Logan. Or maybe I could... Oh. Well then. Tending the goal, we have Kevin Lankinen, 84 overall, backed up by Jakery Allen, 83. I'm going to say Leon gets the most points and he is going to tally 101. It's going to be hard to convince these two to play on the second line. I'll try with Seth, not even going to try with Tage, and Pavel, I will also give it a go. Jonas Slater, my only words to you are going to be don't get comfortable. If the team's buzzing, I'm not going to can you just for the sake of firing you, but if we're not doing so well, see you later. Come on, Seth, on ice play. You want to play on the second line. I know you do. Scheme fit. Yes, line 2. Well, I kind of saw that coming. What about you, Pavel? Are you willing to buy in? What do you have in mind? Scheme fit? Oh, he's not even interested. Okay, well, whatever. I'm going to talk to Josh. I'm going to talk to Blake and Kirkland because I feel like they will be more receptive. Having an 81 overall in our first defensive pair is not good. If we can bump up the chemistry, it might be a little bit better. I'm going to try. Come on, Balake. He doesn't even have a picture of this guy. You know you want to play on the fourth line. You know you do. I'll do my best. I love that for you. Listen, man, somebody has to be on the fourth line. That's the way it works. The forwards were not very receptive to that. What is going on? Am I just the biggest beta of all time? These guys are not respecting me whatsoever. Who are these clowns? Listen, you will do what I say. I'll fire every last one of you. Finally, Josh, you are a legend. We only got through to about 2 players, so they are not buying in. Well, let's see if any of the chemistry changed. All right, awesome. We got a +2 on our fourth line now. That's great. We also have a +2 on our final defensive pair now, which is a massive upgrade. I don't think this is going to work. I have zero faith, but I'm going to try with Tage anyway. He's going to say I have more to offer. Yeah, I know. I'm aware, but we need you to be on the second line just for now. I've had it. I just know you guys better come ready to play. If anybody watching this, you out there, have seen the movie Benchwarmers, I appreciate you. We start off with a big 4-0 win. Lankinen. I turned off waiver notifications. Is this game busted or what? Maybe this coach should be getting kind of comfortable. Oh no. Why'd I say anything? Why do I say things? We started off real good. Came out of the gate flying. We lose to the Buffalo Sabres 7-1 and the Penguins 7-3. You can't be doing that. But then we beat Florida? Like, come on now. This team had so much potential. So much potential. And then the defense and goaltenders came along. And we just cannot buy a win right now. That's a lie. We're actually on a bit of a rip. We're back to 500, which is nice to see. We have not had a single overtime loss yet. Very strange. Come on, you Bears. Let's go. Let's get some dubs. Let's continue this current... Wow, we just decimated Calgary. Played them 3 times. Beat them all 3. We play them 10 times. They might win 9. But not tonight. Oh, the Pity Pens have fired Mike Sullivan. I think I should look into that. So our coach, Jonas, is a B. What is his team fit? He's a generalist, but what is the actual percentage? 65, which is actually good. Sullivan is a veterans coach. I don't know if that really fits too well with our team. He is an A, though, and he also has a 65. All right, we are hiring this lad. Coaching staff, I'm sorry, but it's gotta be done. Slater, see you later. And I will Promote Landry to be the interim. Come on, Sullivan. Don't let me down. You must join our team. That was quick. This guy wants to be here. How did this affect our chemistry? Well, good question, person on the internet. Let's find out. It didn't really, except the second line gets a +2 now. Unless it had that before. Not sure. Either way, still looking good. A lot of green. Defensively. Oh, so what happened here? I can move Hall up. Can I try talking to Hall again? You think he'll listen this time, maybe? Or Stanley, perhaps? Justin Hall continues to be an absolute dummy. Do I have to get rewards of some... Thank you, Mr. Stanley. Line 2. Amazing. So that's going to bump up the chemistry there, at least. Let's revisit with Moser here. Scheme fit. Still no. Malinsky, brother, I need you to buy in. Thank you. Line 3. Say consider it done. That works as well. All right, defensive chemistry, we're chilling now. We got a +1, +2, and a 0. Good enough. Let's see if Mike Sullivan can carry us to get a spot in the dance or not. That is not a good start. Another coach getting canned. 4-game win streak. Mikey. Shootout loss, that's a point. We take those. A shootout win, we absolutely take those. The Golden Knights, next opponent, let's go. We are on one right now. I'm not going to bother because it's not a fantasy draft. It's just the teams as they are, minus obviously the individuals that we took from them. I think the players were putting on kind of a tough face, like, no, I don't need a scheme fit, but low key, they're buying in. It would be crazy if we could win a game though. Of course. Post-trade deadline collapse, you're never safe from it. We beat the Jerks 7-2. That is a massive win. We have the Minnesota Wild 3-1 win. Was really expecting an L there, I cannot lie to you. Third in the division. The teams ahead of us are ahead of us, so I don't think we're catching them. But hopefully we can at least lock down 3rd or 4th in our division and get in. Why does this consistently happen, man? It's ridiculous. There must be something in the code of the game that's like, after trade deadline, lose. That's what it seems like, unless there's some kind of hidden stat I don't know about. Anyway, after my rant, we win 3 in a row, and we're in the playoffs with 42 dubs. We were 3rd in the division, 91 points. The Washington Capitals and the Islanders both had 84, so they weren't even really close to us, actually. The Dallas Stars win the President's Trophy with 111 points, 51 wins on the year. Colorado also had 51 wins, but only 106 because of the OTL column. The 19th placed LA Kings barely got in, so they're probably going to win the cup. Detroit 17th, and we have Tampa, Golden Knights, and Minnesota all getting snubbed. I was so close to guessing. Leon had 99, just short of 100. We also have Ranton in here with 86. Jake and Bake had 76, which is not amazing. I love that for you though, Pavel. Nice. Tage Thompson had 66. Seth Jarvis 63. Tavares 54 on the 3rd line. That is amazing. Defensively, we didn't get a lot of points, but they did all right. We have a +10, +11. Malinsky had Sam Malinsky had the 2nd most points? What the heck? Kevin Lankinen had his guy. 4 shutouts, 9-12, 294, and 35 wins. Jake Allen, on the other hand, I can't really say the same for. Leading the league, we have Jakey Otter. 41 Ws, 920 save percentage, and a 246 GA. He's gonna win a trophy or two, I'll tell you that right now. And guess who leads defensemen? If you guessed anyone other than Cale Makar, you'd be wrong. And rightfully so, because this man does this routinely. 98 points on the season. Next closest had 17 less. Charlie McAvoy. Quinn Hughes had 78. And your Art Ross, and looks like not even close to Rocky Richard, actually, because Nathan McKinnon had 70 goals and 35 assists. What? Anyway, Pasta had 117, 53 goals. Tremendous season from him. Sam Reinhart, 109 and 38 goals. Our first round opponent, of which we took Kevin Lankinen. The Vancouver Canucks, they have DeBrusk, Pedersen, and Besser on the first line. Garland, Hedel, and Höglander. Their depth is decent. I actually really like their 4th line with Joshua, Bluger, and Max. This guy kind of looks like MJF. Quinn Hughes and Hronik on the first pair. Then they got the absolute unit, 6'8" Tyler Myers playing with the other Pedersen. And they have, how about one more? I forgot they have 3 of them. Tending the goal, they have Thatcher. So it doesn't really matter that we took Kevin from them. They got Arturs backing him up. First 3 games, everybody knows the rules. Let's see if we can put up a good fight here against the Canucks. That's not a good start. 4-1 L. And we bounce back with a 5-2 win. Huge. Another loss. That one's in overtime. Heartbreaking. Can we make it a best of 3? We do. All right. We're very much alive here. Come on. Game number 5 is an L. I'm not doing real-time sim unless we push 7. This is round 1. This shouldn't be this hard. Anyway, can someone tell me if they've made it 10 times harder to win a Stanley Cup this year? Because it sure feels that way. Oopsies. Accidentally went a little bit into the Stanley Cup final, which happens to be the Vancouver Canucks against the Colorado Avalanche. And right now, it's not looking good for the Canucks. Let's advance one day at a time here, see if Vancouver can string a bit of a comeback, or are we going to get a sweep at the hands of the Colorado Avalanche? No, Vancouver will put up at least 1. Will they put up more than 1? No. Colorado goes on to win the Stanley Cup. Give me the pop-up. Come on, I want to see it. I guess the Calder Cup is probably still ongoing. I don't know if my voice gave out there or not, or if I'm just hearing things. Henderson Silver Knights are going to take that trophy home. Leon did all right. He had 7 points. We got 6 from Seth, 6 from Tage, only 5 from Rantanen and Gensel. I don't know why, but Jake and Bake never simulates well for me. Defensively, we were carried a little bit by Moser again, but he was a -5, and then Malinsky had 2 points, was a +4. Oh, wow. Well, to be fair, it was his former team, so they probably know him. They know where to score on him. So I'll give him a little break. Cale Makar and Quinn Hughes both had 21 points, but the difference is that Cale Makar only had 17 games played, whereas Quinny Boy had 23. Most likely going to be your Conn Smythe winner, Nate Mack, 24 points in 17 games played. We got Connor McDavid with 20 and actually, you know what? How many did Cale have again? Did he not have 23? 21. It could go to him. Suter was playing outstanding. He had 19 in 23 games. Marty Necas did well. David Pasta gets both the art and the heart. The combo's intact. The Norris goes to Cale Makar. Pasta with the lady. Bang. Michkov acquires the Calder. Conn Smythe is awarded to Nate. Jake O with the Vezina and the Jennings. Insane season for him. Sandberg is awarded the Masterton. Cronin scoops up the Jack Adams. We got Sidney the Kidney acquiring the Selke. Pasta with 1 more. And Nate Dogg with 70 tucks. We saw Rocket Richard, no doubt. Here is your playoff tree. Unfortunately, Vancouver did beat us in 6 games in round 1. And then they went all the way to the Stanley Cup final where Colorado dusted them. As a matter of fact, I mean, it makes sense. They played 17 games. I don't know why I just clued in now. They lost 1 game all playoffs, and it was to Vancouver. That's absurd. We are on the road to 60K, so if you could subscribe, that'd be greatly appreciated. Go ahead and let me know down below if you have any draft ideas, video ideas, and let me know who you think is going to win the Art Ross this year. I can't lie. I don't know if we're going to win a Stanley Cup in NHL 25. It's really getting to that point.